Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Students, today our topic is industrial or manufacturing sector of Pakistan. Manufacturing or industrial sector is the second largest sector of Pakistan economy. This sector contributes almost 20% to GDP. GDP means gross domestic product, that is the market value of all goods and services which are produced in a country during the period of 1 year, that is GDP of that country. So 20% of the GDP belongs to industrial sector. About 15% of labor force is engaged in manufacturing sector of Pakistan. Textile, automobile, fertilizer, cement, sugar, cooking oil, vegetable ghee, steel and iron, petroleum, engineering, pharmaceutical and cigarette manufacturing are the large scale industries of Pakistan. Cottage and small scale industries contribute about 30% to the industrial sector. These include hosiery and ready-made garments, towel and bed sheets, silk yarn, nylon, sports goods, toys, plastic goods, carpets, surgical instruments, pottery, jewelry, furniture and leather goods, etc. are the units of cottage and small scale industries. Pottery. For pottery, Gujarat is famous in the world, and for surgical instruments and sports goods, Sialkot is well known in the world market. Our sports goods, surgical instruments, and pottery, they are very much liked in developed countries, and we export these goods to those countries in a substantial quantity. Another part of the industrial sector of Pakistan is agro-based industries. Agro-based industries are those industries which depend on agriculture for the raw material. These industries include rice husking, flour milling, gur and sugar making, oil crushing, cotton ginning, hosiery, textile, carpet, leather and footwear, poultry, fish farming and dairy products, etc. Large scale industries of Pakistan. Number one, textile industry of Pakistan. It contributes almost 45% to the manufacturing sector, almost 40% of the total employment, and almost 8.5% to the GDP. This is a big source of foreign exchange earnings. The share of textile exports is almost 68% of the total export of Pakistan. Textile industry produces cotton yarn, cotton cloth, hosiery products, ready-made garments, silk yarn, woolen products and tents, etc. Number two, automobile industry. This sector manufactures car, jeep, truck, motorcycle, etc. About 2 lakh people are employed in this sector. About 40 units of producing or assembling cars, tractors, buses, trucks, etc. are working in the country. Then number three, fertilizer industry. Chemical fertilizer is an important input for agriculture. There are about 10 plants of urea and DAP fertilizers in the country. Many units of nitrogen and phosphorus fertilizers are also working out of which 5 units are in the private sector. Number 4, cement industry. About 26 cement manufacturing plants with production capacity of 18 million tons cement are working. This industry not only meets the local demand but also exports cement to Afghanistan, India, Sri Lanka and Middle East countries. About 7 million tons cement is exported. Then number 5 is mining. A large quantity of coal is available in Thar Sindh province. Raw iron, gypsum, marble, limestone, precious stones and rock salt mines are also found in different parts of the country. Production of natural gas and raw oil is also increasing. Number 6, vegetable ghee and cooking oil industry. There are about 160 vegetable ghee and cooking oil factories in Pakistan in private sector. The installed capacity is about 3.2 million tons. The number 7 sugar industry, there are about 80 sugar mills in the country. The total production of sugar is about 5 million tons every year. The number 8 chemical industry, there are about 12 chemical factories working in the country. They produce soda ash, caustic soda, chlorine gas, and sulfuric acid, etc. This industry is not yet fulfilling domestic requirements. The number 9 jute industry. At present, there are 12 jute mills in the country. Raw jute is also imported from China and Bangladesh. A student, I should tell you that before the separation of East Pakistan, our east wing, East Pakistan, was famous in the world for jute industry, for production of jute. And jute was the first and topmost export of our country. Now in present Pakistan, jute industry is also being developed and it is imported. The raw material is imported from China and Bangladesh, that is our former East Pakistan. Then number 10 is engineering goods industry. Pakistan has four heavy engineering industries. These are heavy mechanical complex Texla, heavy foundry project Texla, Pakistan Machine Tools Factory Karachi, and Pakistan Steel Mills Karachi. All these are in public sector. Pakistan Steel Mills is going into loss and it is shut down. Now the government is thinking about the rehabilitation, reconstruction, or to end this project. Negotiations with China and Russia also are going on, and let us hope that this Pakistan steel mills will again function and it will get its past glory. Number 11, shipbuilding industry. A number of small and large ships are made by Karachi shipyard and engineering works at Karachi. Pakistan is also selling ships and boats abroad. Number 12, cigarette manufacturing industry. About 23 factories are producing cigarette with local tobacco. Then cottage and small scale industries. Students, cottage industries are those industries which are run on very small scale and they are run mostly in the artisan's house. His family members help him and they earn their livelihood by making small things just like toys, etc. So cottage and small scale industries are carried on by artisan in home with the help of his family members. Such units are producing handmade goods, toys, etc. at very small scale but provide a source of income to the artisan and his family. The small scale industries are run with up to 10 workers. These industries need small capital and almost semi skilled and unskilled labor. These industries require very simple implement and have no technological managerial problems. The cottage and small scale industries are both rural and urban. In urban areas, electricity, technical knowledge, advisory services, credit, and marketing facilities are available, so the range of small scale industries is wide and different than rural areas. These industries include manufacturing of sports and leather goods, surgical instruments, garments, embroidery, artificial jewelry, assembling of electronic goods, etc. In rural areas, poultry and fish farming, rice husking, carpet making, beekeeping, handlooms, and handicrafts, etc., are found. Now, students, the difference between the cottage and small scale industry and cottage industry is on very small scale. Just we have seen that people make toys, etc., in their home, and the family members they all work for their their business. Small scale industry is that which has up to 2 million capital assets or less than 10 workers. So small scale industries are industries which are wider than the cottage industries, but they are short than the large scale industries. The importance of cottage and small scale industries in Pakistan. These industries have great importance in the economy of Pakistan. It is easy to install such industrial units within a short period of time with less capital and local technology. Countries like Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Japan developed small scale industries first, and now they are at the advanced stage of industrialization and high technology. In Pakistan, these industries are labor intensive and absorb about almost 80% of industrial labor force. Following are the main advantages of cottage and small scale industries. Students, labor intensive industries are those industries which absorb much of labor. They need comparatively less capital, but job opportunities are made to the people at a large scale. So Pakistan has labor factor in abundance. Therefore, the industries which are established in Pakistan, they should be labor intensive so that more and more our labor force may be earning their livelihood in these industries. The advanced countries, they use the capital intensive industries because they have capital in abundance. This is the difference between developing countries and developed countries. The following are the main advantages of cottage and small scale industries. Number one, source of employment. These industries are established in home of the owner and provide self-employment to the owner and job opportunities to family members, women, seasonal unemployed people in small scale industries like carpets, hosiery, handicrafts and small workshops, etc. Number two, byproducts. The waste of the large industrial units are used by small scale industries to prepare byproducts as toys and soap, etc. The vegetable ghee and cooking oil factories, they make soaps as a byproduct. The byproduct, that is soap, is made with the waste of that ghee mill or cooking oil factory, and in this way the large industrial unit, it also gets benefit of the byproducts. Number three is part-time employment. In rural areas, farmers can earn additional income after completing their farm activities. In cultivation, farmer is engaged only for 3 to 4 months in a year, and when he is free, he has no work on the farms, on the cultivation, etc. Then he can work in small scale industries and he can get part time employment. He can increase his income level in this way. The number four, supply of indigenous goods. These industries provide small machinery tools and implements of agriculture with repair and maintenance facilities, etc., with local technology and material. Number five, better standard of living. These industries help in increasing incomes of rural and urban people, so their living standard is improved. A student's standard of living means that what quality of things, what quality of your necessities, what is the quality of your daily requirements, whether you are using standardized or good quality goods or you are using inferior quality goods. This shows their standard of living. And standard of living is attached with the level of income. If your income is more, you can enjoy a better standard of living as compared to that person who earns less income than you. Then number six is reduction of pressure on land. These industries absorb the unemployed labor on a large scale, and reduce pressure on use of land. Pressure of use of land means that in our villages, one family, say for example, it owns only 5 acres of land. After 20 or 25 years, the quantity of the members of that family is increased by 2 to 3 times, but the land remains the same 5 acres. Then it is fragmented, then it is divided into pieces, and in this way that land loses its importance and earning capacity. The number 7 is development of industrial sector. These industries provide semi-finished goods to large industrial units which help in development of industrial sectors. That is, these small scale industries, they provide spare parts, etc. For example, pedestal fans. Some parties they prepare the stand for it, some parties they prepare the base of it, some parties they prepare the rotor or machine of it, some parties they prepare its regulator, and in this way many small units they produce these things. And assembling unit, it assembles the pedestal fan in total, and in this way various small units and some assembly units jointly make a product. The number 8 is extension of home market. Small scale industries provide cheaper goods which expands home markets and variety of goods. Number 9, reduction in rural migration. Small scale industries in rural areas help in reducing migration of people from rural to urban areas. This migration is for searching job opportunities, because our rural people, our villagers, they do not get job opportunities nearby their villages, and there is much pressure on land due to more people depending on a small piece of land. So therefore they migrate to the cities, big cities, in search of jobs. This is migration. But if small scale units, small scale industries are developed nearby villages, and our rural population they get job opportunities nearby their villages, then they will not migrate to urban areas, and they will get earning chances in their neighborhood. The number 10 is balanced growth. As the small scale industries can be developed in all regions and areas, particularly in underdeveloped and less developed areas of the country, they help in reducing regional disparities and promote balanced growth. Number 11, source of foreign exchange earning. Sports goods, surgical instruments, garments, and handicrafts, etc., are exported at a large scale and increase foreign exchange earnings of the country. All these goods which are mentioned, sports goods, surgical instruments, garments, and handicrafts, etc., they are the products which are made in the small scale industries or in the cottage industries. In Sialkot, people produce these things in their houses, and they produce these products according to a design, according to a standard which is given by the exporter to them. And in this way, the small producers they work on these goods, they produce these goods, and these goods are exported to other countries, and they earn foreign exchange for Pakistan.